my big goal right now is I'm focusing on the boulder wall in front of the shop. Right before we closed the back pasture, the goats got out a couple of times and ate some of the perennials. When Marc packed the boulder wall with dirt, he also put some pig poop on there, and pig poop comes with all sorts of seed and weeds and stuff like that, so we'll pull those as well, and we're going to top it with topsoil. I'm also planning on putting some new plants in the boulder wall, but I want to weed it first and see what kind of plant I want to put together.
Surprised you don't have your parka on.
It's so cold, my hands are frozen.
It's chilly, that's for sure.
Yeah, I didn't see this in the forecast. I think it was 0% chance of rain. And right now I'm looking at it and there is a chance.
Yeah.
It's not zero.
A pretty good chance.
A pretty good chance. Yeah.
Well, I got the tomatoes and peppers irrigation sprinklers all set. So
How
that's
come every time you talk that rooster wants to crow?
I don't know. I think he thinks he's tougher than me.
Go get him up. Go get him. Not good for all the seeds we just put in. It's supposed to hit 35 degrees tonight. 35. What if it's 30? Yes.
It'll probably be a little bit lower than that, just because it seems like whatever it calls for in the valley, we're a little warmer than that.
Well, it got pretty cold real fast, and it's starting to rain. So I'm gonna call it a day, and I think it's like 4 o'clock anyway, so I'm gonna get in the house and start making some dinner. I could probably cook something in the oven so I could warm up the house. That's usually the best. But the weeding went well. I love getting into those tap roots, I tell you what. It's so satisfying, I just love it. But anyways, it looks pretty good. Let me show you what we got. So the phlox right here, I planted a bunch throughout and they're all coming up. The lily grass came up. There's a couple of shrubs that are doing pretty good. The goats got out and they ate quite a bit of the shrubs, and most of them have made it, and there are some that just didn't. You can see that everything is just looking pretty good. But yeah, this is all that's left to weed, and I'll do that tomorrow, or if it stops raining before the sun goes down, I'll come back. But other than that, it's looking really good. I'll focus on the lower part tomorrow, which isn't very much. I got 4 bags of topsoil that I'll put over, and just to make it look really nice and beautiful. But it's cold. It's like 56 degrees outside. It's cold. My fingers are frozen, my nose is cold, and it's raining. So and the weather said 0 chance of rain. It's never 0 around here. I'm home now. It's 47 degrees outside right now, and the way the rain is coming, it looks like it's snowing. That's pretty crazy, because just yesterday and the day before we had such hot temperatures. But I'll tell you what, my pansies right now are really happy. They've been tired of the heat. I am pretty determined to get this rock wall all weeded. Today is a beautiful day today. It's like 74 degrees and it finally is starting to warm up again. But I think it's a really good day today to put my snapdragons into this wall. Me and Logan are just gonna go ahead and weed it. We're gonna put some topsoil over it. We're gonna weed in the rock. So it's gonna be super beautiful. I'm really excited about it. So I can't wait to show you. This is probably the easiest weeding I've done this whole season. So I'm really excited to kind of like, it's going real fast and it's going real good. A lot of the plants, despite the goats coming over here and snacking on some of the bushes, a lot of them have survived from the time that we planted these plants last year. Let me get back to work. We planted these plants last year in the fall when we had a plant auction that we participated in. One of our friends kind of gave us like a tip, and they're like, hey, there is an hour away, there's going to be a huge plant auction. Let me know if you do anything like that. What are you doing? Finally, you completed it.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's okay. It looks good. Hey, be careful. Be careful.
No. There's no fun in that. No, you always tell me to be careful. You always ruining my fun. You want to be dangerous, live on the edge.
You do live on the
That's
edge.
why I'm on the side of a damn mountain.
That's why you're on the mountain. You do live on the edge.
I need like a size.
Oh, just a big rock instead of a boulder?
Little rock.
Little rock.
Yeah. Hopefully, I know where to find rocks.
Yeah, you do know where to find rocks. I feel like we're only a couple of weeks away from getting back to the shop. And then I say that and it feels like we get held up by something. I'm hoping that we get to it. I think this is my last weeding project that I'm thinking of. We got one garden bed down by the garden still to plant, and I think we're gonna do that today or tomorrow. And then we have the big hillside here to plant, and that is really exciting because we have some really neat plants we're gonna put in there. For this particular boulder wall, what I'm noticing is when I do the first initial weeding of like a new garden bed, it's actually not so bad because the following year you get less and less weeds. So if I get that taproot and I just maintain it and I keep the weeds away, I feel like they can do that pretty good. Did you carry that? Holy shit. Did you really carry that? Who needs an excavator when I
Me, I do.
Oh, you still need one? Okay.
Yeah.
Got distracted by my strong husband back there.
Right here.
You gonna still hang out? Oh, do you want to take those?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Oh. Okay, you feel good about that?
Done all the damage around here I can do.
Well, okay. Thank you for doing that. I know.
Oh.
Living on the edge.
Use the rocks as the stairs.
Oh, well, pull that weed for me, will you?
I don't have gloves on.
Stop it. Get down there.
Let's just help
Your
you.
hands are made out of leather. You should have pulled that.
Where to stand, where to look.
Gosh.
Okay. I got to get back to my list anyway.
Okay. Fine.
That way we can
Conquer.
check in at the end of the day and see who actually got their list accomplished.
I will have my list accomplished. You just chill out.
I didn't say you wouldn't. I just said we would see who did. Okay.
Okay.
I feel like you're being a little sensitive about not completing your list for the last several days.
It's just my attention span's poor. I have poor attention span. I actually don't know of any nurse who's like super focused.
Yeah?
Yeah, I just don't. I think we're all a little scatterbrained.
So is it nursing?
I think it's a personality that goes for it.
The nurses are
kind of-
scatterbrained, or scatterbrained people are nurses?
Scatterbrained people are nurses.
Gotcha.
Now, I'm not talking about everybody. Just, there's a few of us.
But scatterbrained people often become nurses, is what you're saying.
We got some definitely, we like to stay extremely busy, extremely, we do a lot. Like, I have met a few nurses who have some kind of side hustle. That's the thing about nurses. They have a full agenda, whether they complete it or
Whether
not.
they get to it or not.
But they always have a full agenda. Always.
I like it.
Yes.
Okay.
Starting to get kind of windy out here, so me and Logan are actually done weeding. Now I'm going to get the topsoil out of my car and I'm going to start kind of packing it in on top here. And I'm only looking to do about this much, about like, yeah, a couple of inches. I'm not going to try to bury the roots, because sometimes some of these perennials, they need like to breathe and stuff like that, so I don't want to kill them. So that's why I'm kind of wanting to do a little bit shallow, and then I'll wet it down so it kind of goes down and starts feeding the soil around here. And then I have some snapdragons I'm going to go ahead and put in. The snapdragons, I think I have 20 of them. So I'm going to just put it throughout. And I think they'll just look really nice with all the foliage. And then I have some sedum mix color spash. And I'm actually going to put these up on the rock a little bit, like in dirt spots. I have planted these before, and they spread really, really nicely. So I'm hoping that they kind of spread around the rocks and things like that. I have to keep in mind that when we build the lean-to, the way the snow is gonna fall off is it's gonna go right onto the road, and Marc is gonna snow blow it away. So have to keep in mind where the blade's gonna go and the kind of plants I wanna put in. So the shrubs can stay up here just fine, because the lean-to is going to throw the snow off the rock wall. Whatever I plant on the rocks, I have to just keep in mind that I need it low. But look how pretty these are. Yeah, I think it'll look nice. I can't find my shovel anywhere, so I have to use my hands.
I can't wait till we start stabbing in some of those other plants back in here in the midpoints, in the crevices and stuff.
Next spring, you'll have it fully landscaped to what you need it.
We know what didn't make it this year. Honestly, every plant that we put in did fine until the goats got to them this spring.
Yep.
I was surprised. I wasn't sure about those rhododendrons. They seemed like they were a sensitive plant.
Oh no, they did awesome.
They actually did fine out of winter. They just, them silly four-legged creatures made a mess of them.
Yep.
Honey, that looks so good.
Oh, will you take a picture of me?
Everybody talks about our view out here, and our view out here is great. And I could look at that all day, but I do look at it all day. So every now and again, it's nice to look back on the mountain at what we've done.
Yeah.
And look back
really
at that and
beautiful.
just be like, that looks so
I
good.
feel really proud of this one because it's like immediate gratification.
Yeah.
Everything else is still growing, so you don't know.
Yeah.
But this is like, it's here.
Yeah.
I really like this big rock right here, and I just want to put these chicks and hens all around it so it could like creep into the other rocks, and I think that would look really nice. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now. Just splitting them up so they could go wild. And this is my last of it. I have some that I already picked out in there. I'm gonna put some under there. And then just a few over here, and I'm done. And this rock wall really, really is like, I think right now it's like my pride and joy. I really think this is one of my better landscaping for the year. I'm just waiting for everything else to grow. Oh, we planted plenty of seeds, but this is definitely feels like an instant gratification. So I wanted to get this done for Father's Day, but today I'm 3 days late.
Yeah.
Yeah, because today's Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm 3 days late. Marc's fine with that. So,
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to finish planting these and we're pretty much done. And man, the sun's kind of coming down. It feels cool out here. I'm loving it. The boulder wall is complete. I got 7 peonies in here, 3 that are pink and 4 that are white, and they're alternating. I've ordered them actually online, and they were $5 each, so I couldn't resist. I couldn't say no. So I had to buy them. And then we also got a pretty good deal on a plant auction, and we got some creeping thyme, right? Thyme in there. So I kind of got them on the edges here, but I have to leave this boulder wall alone. Now it's time for it to grow in and just do its thing. But I call it complete, and I think it just looks beautiful. Just looks beautiful. I love this plant. I want a bunch of those. I want it to just spread everywhere. It's just so pretty.